haven't seen them do that kind of cut. And I guess that's the piece I haven't seen.
Usually before that point, I'm already ready to stop it and taking it off.
So, yeah. Let's hold up.
Get this section, push through and get it done. Take a 0 on Waynesboro. And good morning, y'all. So we just got dropped off at the parking lot. I don't know what this road is, but it's like right after the James footbridge. It's like 8:30 this morning, so we're getting a pretty good early-ish start. Had some delicious pancakes and coffee this morning. I slept pretty good last night. I think I was just so tired. We're about to climb just like straight uphill here in a little bit. This section is pretty rough, honestly. I don't know if we've had a section this hard in quite some time. I'm leaving town with like 29 pounds in my backpack. I have a lot of food and water right now. Not a ton of water today. And I have like 4 days of food. So Josh is coming to pick me up in 4 days and probably gonna do some slack packing and take a 0 in Waynesboro. So around the time I started having the heel pain, which I'm sure y'all remember, which is actually gone now ever since I switched shoes, so that's really good. But around that time, I also started having some pain in my other foot, like in like the ball of my foot. And there's been a few times where it's been really bad, like to the point where I like get to town and I can't walk. And I haven't really talked about it a ton because I honestly just thought it was like my muscles balling up and cramping. But I'm kind of getting worried that it's more than that. And when I looked at it last night, it's swollen. I'm bruising. So that's a little bit unfortunate. I think if my foot doesn't feel better by the time Josh comes to see me on Thursday, which is in 4 days from now, I think I might go get it looked at. I don't know. This stuff is stressful, guys. It's like getting injured out here is pretty common. It happens to, I think, everybody at some point. It's just a matter of like, how bad is it actually? And sometimes it's really hard to tell. I can handle the pain. I don't want to do anything horrible to it. But maybe I'll get lucky because like with my heel, I thought when I got to Harrisburg I was going to have to get it looked at, and then it seemed to get better, especially when I switched shoes. So maybe I'll get just as lucky with this. I don't know. I'm limping pretty bad today, so just going to take it slow. I'm not in a rush. Well, y'all, I made it to the John's Hollow Shelter, I think it's called. I can't hike on this foot today. I can't walk normally. I just backtracked to, I think it's VA 812 or 818 or something like that. I don't know. It's a half a mile back from the shelter. And luckily, things have lined up really good, but the hostel owner has to go to Lexington, Virginia here in a little bit. And I was able to get a podiatrist appointment for 1:30. So I'm gonna go get my foot looked at. I seriously hope it's nothing and that I just need like to rest and ice it, but I don't know. I guess we'll see. Trying not to get too upset about it right now because there's nothing I can do at this moment. Alright, y'all, so it's been a few days now since that whole ordeal happened, and as you can see, I'm now in a hotel room. So I had made plans to visit a podiatrist that I thought was in Lexington, Virginia, and then I got there, sat outside the office for probably like an hour and a half, and realized that nobody was coming back. I got there around lunchtime, so I figured that they were just like gone away on lunch. So I called back and they were like, oh yeah, that office in Lexington is actually closed. And the office that I actually had an appointment at was like 30 minutes away, so didn't get to see the podiatrist, but I did get to go to urgent care. At urgent care, they x-rayed my foot. They didn't see any like obvious breaks or anything like that on the x-ray, but they did tell me that stress fractures don't usually show up on x-rays, so it could possibly be that, or it could just be some type of sprain. So basically they told me to get off of my foot for 5 to 7 days, which I think it's been maybe up to 5 days now, I don't know. But anyways, they also told me that when I start hiking again, I should lower my miles a lot, and if it's not better, then I need to go see a foot doctor. I ended up going back to Stanimals in Glasgow, and I stayed there for like 3 or 4 days. Just zeroing, hanging out, icing my foot, watching TV. Honestly, I was super bored the entire time. But I didn't really film. I think the break from filming was actually pretty nice, but yeah. They were super helpful, drove me around whenever I needed it, didn't make me walk to the one restaurant in town, so that was really nice, and yeah, just stayed in my tent there and relaxed. So I decided to stay there and hang out for a few days because I knew that Josh and I had plans for him to come visit me in Waynesboro. And I actually spent some time looking for hotels that like were closer to where I was at on trail because Waynesboro was like an hour away from Glasgow. But everything was like selling out so fast and really expensive because I think it's graduation weekend. So we decided to just keep the hotel that we had already booked in Waynesboro. So he came and got me from the hostel. We drove here, which is where I'm at now. This is the Days Inn in Waynesboro. And our plan is for him to help me slack pack the next couple of days. And actually, I'm filming this on the first day that I'm going to be slack packing, but you'll see that video tomorrow. But yeah, I'm gonna slack pack for a couple days. I'm gonna see how my foot feels. I think the first day of slack packing is gonna be like 9 miles, and then the second day is gonna be like 10. So it should be a pretty good test. And if I can't handle it, if things aren't okay, then I'm gonna need to probably go home and see a foot doctor and give my foot more rest. Regardless of what happens, I'm not giving up on the trail this year. I am determined to finish it. The only way I'm not going to be able to finish it is if I can't walk, which has kind of been the case the past couple of days, but I'm starting to be able to put a little bit of weight on it now. But yeah, that's the update. That's what's going on. Like I said, haven't really filmed much the past couple of days, just really been relaxing and trying to take care of this foot. Also trying to process the fact that I am injured, unfortunately. But yeah, I think that's it for this video. I will see you all for tomorrow's video, where I'm going to try to slack pack.